again, hot summer days, unusual for this, for Macedonia at least. I'm sure it's the same for Serbia and the neighboring countries. So lovely to have a basically afternoon rest with us. If we move to the next slide, let's introduce the agenda for the day. So we have, so basically, of course, like anything, we would welcome you and we will introduce ourselves. And I'll come to me in a second. We're going to talk about today, it's obviously you're expressing an interest in a hot topic that it's rising. It's a trend out there and that becomes a demanding one in terms of career progression, and also it does require certain knowledge from IT, but it doesn't have to be, because that's why we have even two courses that we are offering: Foundation and Cybersecurity Academy, which basically is the next level. So we are going to deep dive those two today and basically exactly explain the content, what can you expect, hear directly from the source or from the trainer that is going to pass this knowledge, not just theory, not just in theory, but also very much in practice. And that type of practice will be also demonstrated on today's session, and you will see what actually cybersecurity means when it comes to our own devices, but more to that to come. Of course, questions and answers are welcome at any point of time during the session. However, we will also have a dedicated session, so you can, no rules here. We are muted just to enable a good a quality of tone, so that each of us, it's well understood. But also, if you want to ask a question, you can use the chat function of Zoom as a tool, and also you can unmute yourself, and it will be lovely to hear your voice, and we can have a direct talk. Otherwise, we would ask yourselves to keep yourself muted, just to enable a good quality of tone. So, and then of course we will summarize, and that's about it, what we have planned. So let's go over and let's start officially. Agile Pro Solutions, I do hope you know the company, but if you don't know, I'm happy to introduce myself. My name is Angelina. I am part of the team that works for Agile Pro Solutions. We are an American company that is located in Skopje. And we are working in our area. It's outsourcing across different type of industries, construction, transport and logistics, IT, also cybersecurity. It's one of the areas that we cover. We have we are 5 years on the market, it's you can visit us on the website, on our website. You can visit us on our social media if you want more interest. In general, what we are offering in terms of jobs, because you're working within American town with American clients, but also specifically about this topic that we are covering today. We have partnered with Semos, and my counterpart is Simona, and I will basically stop myself here and I'll hand over Simona to introduce herself.
Thank you, Angelina. Hello, everyone. I'm Simona Miladinovska, a sales specialist at Semos Education, the leading training center in Macedonia. I'm honored to be part of a company with 28 years of experience, having successfully trained over 103,000 students. Our team consists of 200 dedicated employees and certified trainers. And we operate from our offices in Skopje, Macedonia, and Belgrade, Serbia. Today, my colleague Milena Bakmas also joined us from our Serbian office. We provide high-quality training, not only in these countries, but also across the Balkans, Scandinavia, Spain, Italy, Saudi Arabia, and beyond. I'm thrilled to announce our partnership with Agile Pro Solution, which offers you the chance to learn from top experts in the field. And at CMOS Education, our mission is to help you achieve your educational and your professional aspirations. We are not alone here today. We have our cybersecurity expert with us to delve deeper into this crucial topic and to tell you that a career in cybersecurity is for all. Juan Babi.
Thank you very much, Simona. So good afternoon to everyone. My name is Juan Babi. I am talking to you from Panama. I live in Panama in Central America in the last years. And I will be the lead instructor for this program. A little bit about myself. I was born in Argentina, but I was raised in Israel. And in Israel, I don't know if you know, but in Israel, we all go to the military. So when I went to the military in Israel, I was assigned as a hacker, basically. And there I learned all of the hacking skills and cybersecurity. After that, I went to university. I got some degrees in cybersecurity and encryption in the university in Jerusalem. And today I want to explain to you about the program and what you are going to see in this amazing program that we prepared for you. Myself, in the last 20 years, what I do is I do consulting. I help companies to secure their network against hackers attacks. The hackers, they can be external hackers from another country or an internal employee that wants to steal data, for example. So I help clients to secure their networks against attacks. I help them to implement controls to detect when there is an intrusion. If a hacker is stealing information from the network, so I help them to implement controls that will detect if the hacker is stealing information from the network. I help clients all over the world to secure their environment. This is one of the things that I do most of the times. I also, a lot of banks, they hire me to try to hack their own infrastructure and to see which vulnerabilities they have in their network. This is called ethical hacking, and this is something that I do since I was in the military. So clients such as banks, they hire me to try to check their security before the bad guys find vulnerabilities, and they hack the network of the bank. So ethical hacking, this is also something that we are going to discuss in the course. And also what I do, I am an instructor, cybersecurity instructor. I came 2 weeks ago from Dubai. I was giving there a very interesting course for the government of Dubai, how they need to secure their network against different attacks. I teach all over the world. I teach in universities in the United States, in England, in Israel, in Africa even. So what we are going to see in this course, let me explain a little bit about what we are going to see in those courses that we prepared for you. First of all, there are two courses. The first course will start in August, and this is the fundamentals. The fundamentals course is a course that we are going to explain to you the world of cybersecurity. Okay, the world of cybersecurity is very wide. Today, there is inside of cybersecurity, there are different professions. For example, one profession could be the ethical hacker that we just talked about. Another profession will be a security consultant, okay, where you are going to help companies to secure their network. Another profession inside of the cybersecurity world is the forensics analyst. The forensics analyst, that's the expert that when there is an intrusion to the network, so they call the forensics analyst to come and investigate how the hacker was able to get into the network, and also what information the hacker was able to copy from the network, what actually the hacker was doing inside of the network. That's the task of the forensics analyst to understand. The forensics analyst then gives a report and explains everything that the hacker was doing inside of the network. He is an investigator. So also a forensics analyst, this is a profession that is inside of the cybersecurity world. So in this fundamentals course, I will explain the different roles, the different professions inside of the cybersecurity world. The course is for people with zero knowledge in cybersecurity and in IT, okay, in technology. So it's okay if you don't know even what is an IP address, because we are going to start from the basic, okay? We prepared a course that it's for beginners, for people that they want to enter the world of cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, there is a huge demand for people in this field. You can also check me. You can go to Google and see. I read 2-3 days ago that there is a demand of more than 3 million people in the cybersecurity world. I have even my niece in Israel, that she is 17 years old, she's already working in cybersecurity. Okay, because I told her a couple of years ago, I told her, Ruby, learn cybersecurity, because cybersecurity is always going to be in huge demand. And today, even before she finished high school, she's working for IBM in Israel as an ethical hacker. She sits in her house and she gets a list of clients and she needs to try to hack them. So cybersecurity, there is a huge demand today in cybersecurity, if it's for consulting, forensics, ethical hackers, you name it, there is a huge demand. And also because there is a huge demand, the salaries are high. Okay? The salaries are high, it's a good income. If you ask me, that's the perfect profession. Why? Because first of all, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's also it's going to develop always in the future, and it's always moving. Okay, there are always new attacks. Okay, new attacks, and we protect, we defend a network. Um, we need to understand always those attacks and new attacks vectors that the hackers are using against us. So it's interesting, always very dynamic, and the salaries are high. So if you ask me, that's the perfect profession. So in the fundamentals course, which is the first course, we build for you a course that is practical. Practical in a sense that we are going to use a lot of labs online, labs. We are going to show you, and you're going to learn how to secure a network, how to read a network and understand where are the vulnerabilities. You are going to learn also the different hacking tools that the hacker is using against the network. This is also, we have labs for all of those activities. It's not a theoretical course, it's a practical course where you are going to work on real cases. Also, the instructors like me, we're all coming from the field, which is a big advantage. Okay? I'm going to give you different scenarios, different examples that I saw in different clients. Okay? It's very different than a university course where there, the professor that is teaching the course, he maybe never went to a client. He's just a teacher that knows how to teach cybersecurity. But we, in this course, we're all coming from the field, which is a big advantage. We are going to understand also how to design a secure network, what are the different security controls that we need to consider when we are securing a network. For example, what is a firewall? We're going to talk about network segmentation, different types of antiviruses, if it's better to implement an antivirus or maybe an intrusion prevention system. We are going to explain all of the security controls that we need to consider when we're securing a network. And also we are going to show you the perspective of the hacker, okay? We are not only teaching you how to secure a network, we want you to understand the mindset of the hacker, how a hacker breaks into the network, what are the tools that he is using. So to better secure the network, we need to understand also the mindset and the tools that the hacker is using against us. So we are showing you both angles, how to protect the network and also how to attack the network. This is the first course. Now, in the second course, which will be starting on September, and we can call it like the second step. It's a course that is more advanced. The second course is more technical. To participate in the second course, it's mandatory to be in the first course before, because in the first course we talk about the fundamentals, which we won't cover the fundamentals in the second course. In the second course also, we are going to teach you certifications. There are, in the world of cybersecurity, there are many certifications, but we chose for you the best two certifications that are today in the market. It's the CND, you can see it here, the Certified Network Defender. You will be prepared to pass this external exam and to get also an external certification. And also in the second course, you are going to learn about Microsoft security, and you will get a certification. Why Microsoft security? Because Microsoft today, it's the main platform that is used for different companies to manage their network. So in order to understand how to secure a network, you need to understand how to secure Microsoft products. So those two certifications will be part of the second course. And also, you are going to learn there about Linux security, how to secure Linux and Unix servers, because in many, I would say the majority of large enterprises, what they implement their servers on Unix and Linux servers. So we want you to feel comfortable in this environment and to understand how to secure Linux and Linux/Unix products.
Just
Yes,
one question
Angelina?
from Valen. Is AZ 500 Microsoft Azure?
Yes.
Excellent, Valen. It's yes. And then Antonino, are the exams included in the academy?
Yes,
exam.
the voucher for the external exam is included in the price. Yes, absolutely. If that was your question, I hope I responded.
We hope. If that's not the question, let us know, Antonino, once again. No, it's okay. Perfect. He says it's okay. Thank you.
We are going to talk in this course advanced network security. Okay, we are going to discuss what are the advanced controls that we want to implement in order to secure a network. For example, we are going to talk about SIMSOC. What is a SIMSOC? The SIMSOC department is the department that is a part of the cybersecurity department. They monitor the network 24/7, and they should detect any intrusion, and they need to respond to this intrusion as fast as possible. So those are more advanced security controls. We are going to talk about them in this extended course, okay? The Cybersecurity Academy. And again, the mindset of this course is make it practical and prepare you to the cybersecurity world, okay? Our idea behind those courses is that when you finish the courses, you can get a job in the cybersecurity world. Okay, that's our task. Okay, so we build the course in a way that as soon as possible you can enter to this world. Simona later also she will tell you about the career services that we also give to you as part of the course and to help you to prepare as best as possible to even pass an interview. Okay, so as part of the talk we have today, I want to uh, demonstrate you some attacks. Okay, I want to show you just a little bit of what we are going to see in the course, and I want to show you a practical attack on a Windows machine. Okay, what I'm going to show you right now is part of the courses, both courses, where let me show you, we are using Kali Linux. This is Kali Linux. Kali Linux is a hacking tool, that is used by hackers to launch attacks. It's a very important tool that we are going to explain in depth in the next courses. I would just want to show you now a little bit of a demonstration, the power of this tool. So I have here as a virtual machine, I have Kali Linux. You can see that in Kali Linux, this is a software that you can download for free in the internet. You see that here I have many hacking tools that I use for the cycle of the attack. For example, we are going to see in the courses how we hack wireless networks, how we find the password of different wireless networks. We're going to use here all the tools that we see here under wireless attacks. There are tools for forensics analysts. Okay, if we want to run an investigation, we are going to use those tools. We have here tools for hacking of web web pages, websites, under web application analysis. We have also tools here to capture information from a network. If we want to capture passwords running in a network, so we will run those tools. For example, in myself, I'm sitting now in Starbucks. So if I would want, let's say, to capture passwords from other users in Starbucks, I will use those sniffing tools. But today, I'm going to show you, you see that in another virtual machine, I have here a Windows 7 and all Windows 7 that we're just using now for this demonstration. So from Kali Linux, I'll show you a demonstration how we launch an attack on this Windows 7 and how we take control over it and how we capture even screenshots. Okay, so this Windows 7 will, I go back to Kali and I'll open a command line. And I will use a software named Metasploit. To run Metasploit, I execute the command msf console. And what we are going to do, we are going to run an exploit. An exploit is a malicious code. We are going to discuss more about exploit, of course, in the extended course. So you see, this is a tool that has more than 2,400 exploits. And we are going to use one exploit that's called Eternal Blue, okay? Eternal Blue. And I'm going to show it really briefly. Don't worry if you don't get everything of this demonstration, because in the courses, we are going to really discuss everything in more detail. Okay, so here I will just search for the Eternal Blue exploit. Okay, so here is the list of different exploits that the system has. So you see, it says here ID. I want to choose this exploit, so I will choose this exploit, which is number 0. So in order to use this exploit, I will just type use 0. And now I am inside of this. And you see that I have different parameters that I need to configure before executing the attack, before running the attack. The R host, see the target host. Here in this place, I need to configure what is the IP address of the Windows 7. I already know what is the IP address. So in order to configure this parameter, I need to use the command set the name of the parameter, which is R host. R host stands for remote host, okay? That's the IP address of the Windows 7. So set R hosts and the IP address. It's 192, 168, 98, 53. That's the Windows 7 IP address. Sorry that I'm going a little bit fast. I'm going a little bit fast because I'm afraid that in 20 minutes, again, our session will be dropped. So after I configure the IP address, I can check, and you see in show options, now I see the IP address of the Windows 7. See, it's 53, it's 53. So I need to change it. Yeah, it's 53, it's okay. Okay, so everything is ready to launch the attack. So in order to launch the exploit, the attack, the only thing that I need to do is run the command exploit. Remember, we are using here a tool named Metasploit. Metasploit.
Juan Antonino is saying, what if you don't know the IP address?
So yes, I will. I just did a shortcut of the demonstration, but in the extended courses, we will talk also about port scanners and such as Nmap, a tool named Nmap. With Nmap, we scan a range of IP addresses and we find the target using Nmap. I just didn't show this step in this demonstration. So you see now, it says that a Meterpreter session open. So we have basically what this means is that we have an active session between Kali Linux and Windows 7, meaning that we got access into the Windows 7 operation system. And let me prove it to you. I can run a command. For example, let's say that the user in the Windows 7, on the Windows 7, let's say that he's writing a document, okay, a very top secret document. For example, this is a very top secret doc. Okay, you see that everything looks normal on the Windows 7, everything is working, but the user doesn't know that the hacker has access to his operation system. So we go back to Kali Linux, and here, because we have an active session between the Kali Linux and the Windows 7, I can run a command, for example, screenshot. Okay, and it says that that the exploit was able to grab a screenshot, and it's saved in Kali Linux under home, Juan B, and this is the name of the file. So let's go and check this file. Look for it. You see, we were able to grab and screenshot, a complete screenshot from the victim machine without the user even noticing that. Okay, so this is a typical attack that, of course, we are going to see in more in detail in the extended course. Let me just show you a very interesting thing as well. If we go back to our shell and I type a question mark, you see that I have also commands. Okay, like webcam list and webcam snap. I can remotely turn on the camera on the victim machine and recording from his webcam without the user even knowing that. Okay, I can do all of those attacks. For example, record mic. I can turn on remotely the microphone on the Windows 7 and record all of the conversation. Okay, I can do whatever I want because I was able to penetrate the Windows 7. Let me show you another very nice thing that I can do because I have access to the Windows 7, because I was able to hack it. I can use the command screen share. See, so I can see here in real life what's going on the Windows 7. And I'll show you a demonstration. For example, you see, if we open here the menu, okay, I go back to my Kali, you see that it was open also here. Okay, I have full access to the Windows 7 and I can see everything that is going on the Windows 7 in real time. Those are cool, interesting things that we are going to see in the extended courses. Of course, more in depth because we have more time. And also I'm going to show you different hardware that the hackers are using to penetrate networks, such as this is a hardware, a device that's called the Wi-Fi Pineapple. It's used by hackers to break into wireless networks by finding the password. This is a very powerful tool. We're also going to discuss another amazing tool. We're going to discuss many hardware tools, but those are two are my favorites. We're going to discuss
Excellent.
also the USB rubber ducky. The USB rubber ducky, it's hardware that anyone can buy. It's cost $80. And this is a hardware device that a lot of hackers, they love to use, because as soon as this device is connected to a computer, to a USB port of the computer, this device that looks very innocent, even it has a nice rubber ducky here, this device, as soon as it's connected to a computer, it copies the entire folder of my documents into this memory stick. So this is also a tool that we are going to program and we are going to discuss in the following courses.
Perfect.
Okay?
So, and we have a couple of questions. So everybody, we are finishing up this in 15 minutes. However, towards the we are in few weeks time, we are planning another webinar before the official foundation comes, and obviously there will be a replay of this session. However, let's answer the questions so that we are spot on time. Valon, so from Valon, I'll read it. So the Metasploit attacks directly on the iPhone, I guess, or IPv4 host, right? No confusion on other ports. If so, can we use it for attacking something else?
That's a great question. With the exploit that I just demonstrated, the name of the exploit is Eternal Blue. Eternal Blue works only on Windows computers, not on Linux and not on Unix, and not on iPhones and not on Androids, only on specific versions of Windows.
Excellent. Thank you, Juan. From Ghent, how is the user on Windows 7 able to spot the malware he has on the operating system?
This is a little bit more advanced. Okay, I don't want to talk about it too much right now, but what the user, the only thing that the user on the Windows 7 can do in order to see suspicious activity is if the user, you see that everything looks normal and everything is working normal, so there isn't anything suspicious, but the user can type in the command line, okay, can type the command netstat, oops, netstat -an, and this command shows in real time what are the connections in and out from this Windows 7 to other computers. So you see that this line here that says established, so this is a connection that is established between the Windows 7 and my Kali Linux, okay, because this is the IP address of the Kali Linux. So this is the only thing that can raise suspicious that something wrong is going on. That's the only thing, that connection.
And then another question from Damian. Can you demonstrate, if possible, okay, LLM and air poisoning? I'm pretty sure that this Windows 7 machine is vulnerable and enable the LLMNR. I hope I got it
Yes,
right.
those are procedures that we use in order to harden the operation system. And that's actually, I can see that he has a technical background, which is great. But those are more to prevent the attacks. And we're going to talk in the course about all the hardening procedures and from where we get the manuals. Okay, this is for us. We don't have enough time to be so
No,
technical
and it's
today.
an appetite, and it's only to give an appetite. It's only to show, to do some showcasing, and actually all the questions raised from how do we find out the IP addresses if we don't know, to the last questions. This is everything what is going to be covered in the academy and partly in the first course.
Absolutely, yes.
If there we can receive questions, no problem, but let's go back to the presentation, Juan, if that's okay. Thank you so much for demonstrating.
Yes.
So that I cover the last bit of it. So we saw a demo of how basically an attack is launched and how you take over a computer. So I will remind once again in terms of the offer. So we set two courses. One explained the content, foundation versus academy. The foundation starts, I'll emphasize again, 26th of August, so a couple of weeks more. Our schedule with Juan is 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 hours, and it lasts for around 3 weeks. Let's put it like that. Approximately 35 classes. That the price, it's discounted at the moment, and it's 300 euro for this foundation. If we go to the next slide, please. We are having one next slide. Perfect. If we look now that we said the academy, it's the follow-up one. Of course, you don't have to finish. You don't have to take the foundation to have the academy. It can go, sorry, one more back. It can go independently. But if you want to take them both, we offer also a bundled price. For example, because it will be a 3K or 3,000 only the academy. But if you take the both, it's a discount by the start of foundation by the 26th of August of 2,600 euros. The information for both courses, for cybersecurity, for the foundation and for the academy, it's on CEMOS Education website. We will follow up with an email of this webinar. And also we will list the links and make sure that you also have the correct links to the courses that are posted already on the website and are being promoted, as you also find out about this course online through the social media. So that's one thing that will definitely come to us today, or not today, of course, it's too late, but the colleagues are already off, but tomorrow. And also if we move to the next slide, there is a contact person, myself from my Agile Pro Solutions. Yes, no problem to contact me at all. But dedicated person to this one are Simona, who is with us. And unfortunately, due to technical issues, she can't basically be showing her face, her lovely face, but she's there. So that's you will receive her contact details, and you can calling or email her. It's not a problem. She does follow up on every leave. So anybody who is interested, doesn't matter if it's Kosovo, Macedonia, Albania, Serbia, please contact us. And Milena is also part of the team that it's basically for the Serbian market. So these are our two contact people. With that, at least what we have planned, we have achieved 7 minutes ahead of time, and we still have 7 minutes that we would like to use if there are any questions. And you can also chatting, it's fantastic. But if you want to unmute yourself and just ask us directly, it's absolutely fine. If no other questions, then we hope we have raised an interest, especially when it comes to, let's say, my part with Simona is to somehow bring the organizational parts of the course is true, and Juan, it's more or less the it's definitely the one who is the expert into this. So we hope we have got one, we have raised your interest. For any follow-up questions, we are there. I also wanted to say, because Juan mentioned that we are there are tons of opportunities in terms of work and listing of possibly careers. Semos is there also to navigate you through this, but through career advice and prepare you. And even these courses are sort of preparation actually for that. It's how to get you out there in a market that it's demanding and has a need. And let's face it ourselves, it's even personally, we need to protect ourselves when it comes to these things, but companies even more. We have faced even in our world how a company can become a hostage of ransom and vulnerability when it comes to these things. So if that is trend, yes, that companies and even well, anybody will invest into this, that's for sure. One thing that I want to mention from our side as APS, as Agile Pro Solutions, as I said, one of it's our offer also towards our clients, even for ourselves, is cybersecurity. So there is a possibility for internship and employment. Of course, we have to go through the details exactly what that means, but there is a possibility. Also keep that here in your mind to basically be part of our family. I think I have covered everything. So with that, thank you very much for attending. We wish you a lovely rest of the day, wonderful evening, and we follow up with an email. And for any questions, we are around. Juan, thank you very much, and Simona as well. Bye-bye.